What do you think when you hear the word upset? I bet there's a million answers to that question. Allow me to explain you the reason why. So if you enjoy, like and subscribe for more. The Golden State Warriors in 06-07 was the 8th seed in the West that season, starting off on a bad start. But after a huge midseason trade in January of 07 to acquire notable players Stephen Jackson and Al Harrington, they ended the season on a 16-5 run to end the season 42-40 and squeeze into the playoffs. With the leading scorer of the Warriors only averaging 20 points a game, they also had 4 other players average 15 plus a game, from the likes of Monty Ellis, Stephen Jackson, Jason Richardson, and Al Harrington. Obviously back then the West was stacked just like it is today, and it was almost impossible to be safe in the first round. The Dallas Mavericks were the best team in the West in the 2007 season, thanks to none other than Dirk Nowitzki and his amazing supporting cast. This was the team just coming off of a finals appearance the year before and were looking to go on a revenge tour. Off of this, they ended the season 67-15, and Dirk was able to win his one and only MVP. In the playoffs in 2007, the most fearful team was the 3-time champions San Antonio Spurs, which they were right behind the Mavericks all year. Most of the Mavericks were anticipating another matchup between them, but we would soon know that didn't come to pass. Leading into the playoffs, no one would have expected what would happen out of this series, which is why it's remembered by so many fans today. Before Game 1, the head coach of the Warriors claimed that they were going to quote-unquote best Dallas. Matt Barnes, who played for the Warriors at the time, confirmed this and said that they bought into the series off of that statement. A big thing that was the cause for Dallas's failure in this series was due to Don Nelson, who was actually a former coach of the Mavericks. He knew how to have his players play Dirk by putting a smaller and quicker defender on him, which affected him all series and ultimately helped him in a big way. Through 3 games of this series, the Warriors would firmly win 2 games to take a 2-1 lead. Each of the first 3 games would be won over by 10 points. The games 1 and 2 were won in the second half of both of those games, and Game 3 was a wire-to-wire win for the Mavericks. That's when in the next 2 games of this series would start to pick up. The Warriors would win Game 4 to go up 3-1. They would be led by Stephen Jackson, Jason Richardson, and Baron Davis. Baron Davis, who dropped an efficient 33 points.
Mavericks are only one of their last 11 and turned it over 3 times. 4-point Warrior lead as we approach a minute remaining. Mavericks have turned it over 5 times here in the 4th.
A 1-4 for Baron Davis to go one-on-one, get into the lane.
Here's Davis. And the lead is 6. We need a 3. That's it. Stolen by Petros. The Warriors will win it. 0.2 of a second on the clock. There's a foul. How about this story?
Still here by Mikael Petras. The nail in the coffin. The number 8 seed has taken a 3-1 lead on last year's finals runner-up.
Down 3-1. This crowd going wild. And how about this return to the playoffs for the Golden State Warriors?
Game 5, the Mavericks will push it to 6 games with a win by 6 points, 112-118. They had the lead mostly through the first half, but like every other game in this series, the Warriors would storm back in the second half, even taking the lead. In the final minutes, the Mavericks would muster up some offense to slowly sneak away with the win.
Get a huge scare after the early lead and hold on and defeat the Golden State Warriors 118-112. The series now 3-2. You can see Avery Johnson applauding as he leaves the arena. And now Game 6 will be Thursday night at Golden State. And the Dallas Mavericks survive here at home.
This series would end in a striking surprise. The Warriors would obliterate the Mavericks in Game 6, with all 5 of the starters being in double figures and Dirk having the worst game of the series for him. This series win would make them the first 8 seed ever to win a 7-game series, and to keep them in the history books and NBA history forever. The lasting mark that would be left in this series was a simple hole in the wall in the arena. In frustration, Dirk punched a hole in the wall which left a lasting impact like the Warriors did in NBA history. After this, Dirk said that this loss helped him achieve glory a few years later, winning the NBA Finals in 2011. What do you think about this series? Let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.
Warriors empty the bench. Baron Davis over to Hook. Ronnie Lott. Why not? Why not? And Marv, while we're talking about the Warriors, we got to look ahead because they may not be done. But we're going to face the winner of Utah and Houston. Once you see Nelly and Barron sharing a laugh. Hold off. The greatest upset in the history of the NBA playoffs. They have defeated the Dallas Mavericks in 6 as the confetti comes from above. 111-86, the final score. And now the Warriors can wait for the winner between Houston and Utah.